south of downtown Seattle. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. The Seahawks at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, Allen. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Allen now looks to throw. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play action, Flacco. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 67 yards. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Allen's throw is complete. A busy 1st quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Here's 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are once again back in front.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. That'll be complete to Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Flacco looks to throw.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Cook again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook.
His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Bills are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To the air, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Check 31, check 31. Where's the alert?
On first down, Allen. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Check the backer, check the backer. Six guard, check six guard. Check. Hey, home. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
Allen looks to throw on second down.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Throwing is Allen on third. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Again, it's Cook.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Chubb will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Allen going to change the look here.
Throwing to start the drive. Allen, and Walker has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Walker.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. There he goes left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Allen off the play fake. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a two-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To about the 26 here. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing.
Touchdown! James Cook, 26 yards. And the Bills are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On play action, Allen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From midfield, here's Allen. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Undercrush, alert. Undercrush. Check 9, check 9. Spot. Middle. Spot. No.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and
he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Cook up the gut. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Setting to throw, Flacco.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen.
He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Allen.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Allen.
off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here's Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Flacco to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
They'll look down the field here for Kincaid. That is intercepted.
Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Allen.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Allen.
They'll roll him out right. Walker with a grab, left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Now Allen.
Flushed out right.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker. Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Check, check. Lucky. Kill.
Throwing is Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should